Okay, so good day everyone. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss the continuation of our chapter 5, History, Nature, and Types of Intelligence. So this is the part 2. So we will move on to the definition of terms. Number 1 therein, we have counterintelligence. So when we say counterintelligence, this is the aspect of police intelligence relating to all security measures, both offensive or active and defensive or passive, designed to ensure the safeguarding of information, personnel, material, and installation against espionage, sabotage, and subversion be foreign nature and dissident group of individuals that constitute threat to national security. In PNP, it deals with the intelligence defense against the enemies of the organization. So when we say counterintelligence, it is an organized activity of an intelligence service designed to block or to deny the enemy's sources of information. So, para hindi po makakuha ng kahit na anumang impormasyon doon sa organization. Okay? It is designed to deceive the enemy or to prevent sabotage and to gather political and military information. So, when we say counterintelligence, binablock natin yung mga ibang tao or organization na makakuha ng information doon sa mismong organization natin. Okay? So, we are going to deny or to block, okay, the sources of information to the enemy. Next, we have espionage. Okay? So, espionage, pag-i-espiya. Okay? It is the collection of secret information that the government or an organization does not want any outsider to know. Okay? So, meron po kasi mga information na para lamang sa organization natin or para lamang sa nation natin. Okay? So, we do not want any outsider to know what are those information. Okay? So, when we say espionage, it is also use of spy. Okay? Espiya by a government in order to discover the military or political secret of other nation. Next, we have also sabotage. Okay? Sabotage or pangsasabotahe. Okay? These are action against materials, premises, or utilities or their production which may inure with or distract the national security or ability of a nation to prepare for or carry on a war. Okay, pangsasabotahe, either mga material, mga places, buildings, or utilities. Okay, or yung kanilang waste para ma-produce yung mga materials na yon. Okay, so when we say sabotage kasi, it is the destruction. Okay, destruction of an employer's property or organization's property, such as tools or materials, or hindering of manufacturing by discontented workers. Next, we have also number 4, subversion. Okay? So, when we say subversion, it is a clandestine or covert action. Covert. Okay? Designed to undetermine the police, the military, economic, psychological, moral, and political strength of a regime. So, pag sinabi kasi nating subversion, it is the act of subverting, okay? Especially the systematic attempt to overthrow or undermine a government or political system by a person working secretly from within. So, yung subversion, mismong nagtatrabaho mismo doon sa loob. Okay? Secretly, dinidistract niya or sinisira niya yung mga um, police missions, military missions, and also political. system of a certain regime. Okay? Next, introduction to intelligence. So, we will define what's intelligence. Intelligence may be defined as an end product resulting from the collection of information concerning an actual and potential situation and condition relating to foreign activities and to foreign or enemy-held areas. And when we say intelligence, it is a process information. Intelligence is the product resulting from the collection, evaluation, analysis, integration, and interpretation of all available information concerning a specific area of interest. Okay? So, intelligence that is considered as gathering of information, which is in intelligence nature. So, police intelligence is an evaluated and interpreted information concerning organized crime and other major police problems. So, when we say police intelligence, nagko-concern po yan sa mga organized crime syndicates, mga major police problems, wherein kailangan pong i-deal ng mga kapulisan natin. They need to gather information or the so-called interpreted information. Okay? Compared to military intelligence, so when we say military intelligence, it is an evaluated and interpreted information concerning actual or possible enemy or threats operations including weather and terrain, together with the conclusions drawn therefrom, and it comprises the broad fields of strategic intelligence and combat intelligence. So, sa military intelligence naman, we all know that for military works, it includes our national security. Okay, nandun sila karamihan sa mga borders natin, kagaya na lang sa borders sa sea. Okay, especially, it includes combat intelligence and strategic intelligence. Okay? Possibility is on the part of the goals and missions of military. Okay? It talks about on military aspects. So, we have three broad categories of intelligence. Number one, we have national intelligence. Number two, we have department intelligence, and letter C, or number three, we have military intelligence. So when we say national intelligence, it is an integrated products of intelligence development by all government departments concerning national policy and national security. So, ibig sabihin, when we say national intelligence, pangkalahatan. Okay, by all government departments or agencies. And when we say department intelligence, intelligence required by an agency or department of the government in order to execute its mission and responsibilities. Example, for a department intelligence is sa part ng PNP. Okay, kung ang mission ng PNP is to protect lives and property, then they need to meet all of the mission of the PNP. Okay? And for military intelligence, intelligence use in preparation and execution of military police plans, policies, and programs. So, including na po dyan ang combat intelligence. We have three major categories of police intelligence. So we have counterintelligence, we have strategic intelligence, and line intelligence. So when we say strategic intelligence, this is an intelligence information which is primarily long range in nature. Okay? Long range in nature with little or no immediate practical value. Okay? So, pag sinabi kasi nating strategic intelligence, this is relevant to national policy or national security. And sabi nga natin, it is long range in nature, pang matagalan. Okay? And also, counterintelligence, yan po yung defensive, yung sinabi po natin kanina, it deals with defending the organization against its criminal enemies. Ibig sabihin po niyan, we need to block or to deny the sources of information of the enemies. And for line intelligence, this is the type of intelligence which is of an immediate nature and necessary for more effective police planning and operation. So this is offensive. Actually, line intelligence is also known as tactical intelligence or combat intelligence. Okay? So, line intelligence include na po dyan yung sa part ng actual battlefield. This is used in actual battlefield. Okay? We have the concept and classification of police intelligence. So, ano nga ba ang intelligence as a process and intelligence as an organization? So, intelligence as a process is an activity which treats process information as a basis for departmental policy and decision making. So, as a process, so yung mga information na nakakalap natin, magiging basihan po yon para bumuo po sila ng mga polisiya at pagkakaroon po ng pagdi-decide kung ano po yung kanilang mga dapat na gawin within the department. Okay? But as an organization, okay, it is an institution composed of persons who pursue a special kind of knowledge for the purpose of planning the collection of information, processing, and dissemination of intelligence relating to the area of interest. So, as an organization, kung aware po kayo sa mga PNP, mga police intel natin, okay? Actually, they are not wearing the uniform of PNP. They are just wearing civilian clothes, okay? Just to conceal or to hide their identity, okay? Wherein they have a skill or a kind of knowledge or a special kind of knowledge kung paano nga ba magkalap ng mga intelligence or mga valuable information which is area of interest. Okay? So, life of police intelligence, we are dealing with information. So, what is information? So, it's the raw data or unevaluated material of every description derived from observation, communication, reports, rumors, imaginations, and other sources from which intelligence is produced. Okay? Raw data or unevaluated material. So, especially sa pamamagitan ng ating observation, we could have already an information. For example, nakita mo yung isang tao. By just observing him, makikita mo yung mga iba't ibang information sa kanya. Okay? And also, other sources of information, rumors, mga chismis, okay, communications, reports, and also imaginations, okay, which could be also a source of information. So, information is any knowledge, data, news, opinions, or the like transmitted from person to another person. Okay? So, information intelligence, okay, information itself may be true or false. Okay? Maaring ito ay totoo or hindi. Accurate or inaccurate, confirm or unconfirmed, whereas intelligence or information run through a process to come up with a conclusion, hypothesis, an estimate or prediction that are significant to the development of plans, policies, and operation. So, kaya nga po, sabi natin, wag na wag po tayo kaagad naniniwala sa mga information kasi we need to confirm muna. Okay? We need to validate muna kung yun ba ay tama or hindi. Okay? Before you come up with conclusion. Wag na wag po tayo kaagad magko-conclude. Okay? Kung wala po kayong nakakalap na mga tamang information. So, para din lang yan sa relasyon ninyo. Okay? Kung nagdududa ka sa boyfriend mo, sa girlfriend mo, baka mag-conclude na ikaw ay niloloko, dapat nagkandak ka muna ng investigation. Dapat nagkalat ka muna ng mga information. Okay. Hindi, joke lang. Okay, so next, we have intelligence information. Intelligence information is any information gathered or received which is of intelligence interest. Okay, so dapat these are information na makakatulong sa department to solve a certain problem. Kagaya na lang po yung mga organized crime syndicates and all other matters or problems na nai-encounter ng ating mga kapulisan that is of intelligence interest. We have also types of military intelligence. So we have strategic intelligence. So these are knowledge pertaining to capabilities and vulnerabilities of a foreign nation, which is required by the national planners for the formulation of an adequate national defense in peace and form the basis for the projected military operations in time of war. So, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, when we say strategic intelligence, this is relevant to national policy and national security and long range in nature. Okay? Para po makapag-provide sila ng policies, okay, para po ma-deal nila kung ano po yung mga military operations natin during the time of war. We have the components of military intelligence. We have the PETS bugs, okay, political intelligence, economic intelligence, um, transportation and communication intelligence, sociological intelligence, biographical intelligence, sociological intelligence, armed force intelligence, geographical intelligence, and scientific intelligence. So, for political intelligence that deals with the domestic and foreign relationship of government operations. So it pertains to local and foreign relationship of our government to other nations. Next, we have the economic intelligence. It deals with the extent and utilization of natural and human resources to the industrial potential of our nation. Also, transportation and communication intelligence. Actually, this is concerned with operations and facilities not only the military but also the civilians. Sociological intelligence deals with the demographic and psychological aspect of groups of people. Examples are population and manpower, characteristics of the people, and also the education. Biographical intelligence deals with the individual personalities having actual possession of power. Okay? Armed force intelligence deals with the armed forces of the nation. We have the armed forces of the Philippines. We have also the geographical intelligence that deals with the natural as well as the man-made features of physical man considered from point of view of military operation. Okay? And lastly, we have the scientific intelligence deals with the progress of the research and development as it affects the military potential of our nature. Okay? That is the components or that are the components of military intelligence. Next, we have combat intelligence as also known as tactical or line intelligence. Okay, for combat intelligence, this is in actual battlefield. Okay? Required by the commander to provide for planning and conduct of tactical operation. Knowledge of the people, weather, enemy, and terrain, or the abbreviation of PWET used in planning and conducting tactical and administrative operation in a counterinsurgency. So for I repeat, combat intelligence is in actual bat battlefield. Okay? So intelligence information to be determined, we have the abbreviation of PWET. Okay? Parang yan yung katawan, parte ng katawan natin. But for PWET, it stands for people, weather, enemy, and terrain. Ano nga ba yung kailangan nating i-take note in terms of PWET? Okay? People, Okay, we need to look for the living condition, the sources of income, education of the people, government livelihood projects, and extent of enemy influence of the people. Okay? Weather, okay, visibility, cloudy ba siya, yung temperature, mainit ba, malamig, okay? Precipitation, kung gaano yung speed, okay? And also yung wind. Okay, dapat ma-determine natin yung mga weather characteristics na yan bago pag tayo pa nagkakandak ng intelligence gathering. Enemy, okay, their location, their strength and weaknesses also. Disposition, tactical capability, gaano ba sila kalakas, enemy vulnerability, kung paano ba sila ganoon kabilis maapektuhan, whether physically or morally. Okay? And also for terrain, okay, so when we say terrain, ito po yung geographical area. Okay, for example, relief and drainage system, vegetation, surface material. Pag drainage system vegetation kasi, possible kasi pag mga drainage system, pwede po yun maging part po ng pagkukunsilan or pagtataguan ng mga enemy. Surface material or mga man-made features. Okay, ano ba yung mga 5 military aspects ng terrain? Okay, cover and concealment. For example, ang kanilang lugar ay, for example na natin yung mga NPA or the New People's Army. Example, ang kanilang lugar ay sa may bundok. Okay? Pag bundok yan, syempre, you need to look the geographical area, paano ba sila nagtatago, paano nila kinukonceal yung kanilang part doon, okay, yung kanilang bahay, yung kanilang mga equipments, obstacle, syempre maraming trees dyan, okay, not only trees, mga bangin, okay, critical key terrain features, so yun nga yung mga bangin, sabi nga natin, or yung mga possible na mga critical na mga places doon kung saan sila naka stay, okay? And also observation and fields of fire, avenues of approach, okay? Avenues of approach, ibig sabihin yung mga ruta kung papaano ka makakapunta doon sa kanilang place. Okay? So, yun po yung PWET. Always remember people, weather, enemy, and terrain. Next, we will move on to counterintelligence. Okay, so when we say counterintelligence, it is intelligence activity which concern principally with the defending the organizations against penetration of individual or various groups who are inimical to the best interests in general harmony. So, like what I have said a while ago, counterintelligence, you need to block the enemy or you need to deny the enemy sources of information para po hindi sila makakalap ng information sa ating organization. Okay. So, we have the objectives of counterintelligence. Siyempre, ang pinaka-objective, bakit po binablock natin yung mga enemy natin, that is to prevent, para po maiwasan natin na masabotahe tayo, or magkaroon sila ng espiya, or ma-distract, subversion. Okay, for example, 'di ba, hindi mo alam na sa organization nandoon lang pala yung pwedeng mangsabotahe. Nandoon lang pala sa loob ng organization yung pwedeng maging kalaban or makakuha ng mga information, di ba? So that's why you need to counter. Kailangan mong counterin yung mga pagkalap nila ng information. Number 2, security of the command. Denies knowledge to the enemy. Siyempre, wala silang malalaman ng mga information sa ating organization. Aids the activities in achieving surprises. Okay, masusurprise sila kasi bakit ganun pala? Meron pala silang mga gatong pang-counter. Akala ko madali lang siyang i-penetrate. Madali lang pasukin. So, hindi pala. Masusurprise sila. Okay? Detect possible disaffection, treason, sedition within the military or police. So, we have two types of counterintelligence, we have passive and active. So, yan, pag passive, those measures which seek to conceal information from the enemy. So, you are just letting the other or the enemies, okay, na i-penetrate your organization mo, not knowing na nakakonceal na pala or nakatago na pala yung mga information. Pero pag sinabing active measures, these are measures which seek active block, okay, to the enemy's effort to gain information or engage in espionage, subversion, or sabotage. So, meron kang mga ginagawang activities para talaga ma-block mo yung mga ginagawang pang-i-intel nila sa organization. So, we have the 5 importance of counterintelligence. So, syempre, madidenize yung information doon sa mga enemy. Hindi sila makakukuha ng mga information. Reduces the risk of the commander. Syempre, pagka nagkaroon ng problema, mapuputukan dyan yung commander. Okay? Aids in achieving surprises. Increases the security of the command. Decreases the ability of the enemy to create information about our forces. And then next, we have the 5 categories of intelligence operation. So the 5 categories of counterintelligence operation, we have military security, port, frontier, and travel security, civil security, censorship, and special operation. So for military censorship, So, for military security, it encompasses the measure taken by a command to protect itself against espionage, subversion, or surprise. Kaya nga napaka-importante na dapat firm ang mga plans, mga mission and vision ng ating mga militar. Okay? Most especially, they are dealing with national security. Okay? Port, frontier, and travel security doon sa mga daungan ng barko. Okay? And also civil security, censorship, and also special operations. We have the 4 eyes of intelligence. We have interest. Syempre, interest, it is a feeling of attraction. So, dapat you are very interested to gather information. Integrity, yan, honesty and completeness. So, ibig sabihin, undivided. Okay, so dapat kompleto, dapat makatotohanan. Ingenuity, original truth, and also in accordance of the law. So, dapat wala kang mga linalabag na mga batas natin. So, it should be in accordance with the law. Intelligence is the capacity to know what is right or what is wrong. We have the 6 basic principles of intelligence. Number 1, be useful. Syempre naman, if you are conducting intelligence, maging useful ka naman kung paano mag-gather ng mga information. Okay? If you need to disguise, then you can. Okay? Be timely. Intelligence must be communicated to the decision maker at the appropriate time to permit its most effective use. So, syempre, pag binigyan ka ng deadline, kung kailan mo dapat ikakalap yung mga information na yon, then you need to be timely. Be flexible. Intelligence must permit variation of the action from starting and finishing time of work. Fit the needs of the commander. Syempre, kung ano yung dinidemand niya sa'yo, dapat ma-fulfill mo or ma-satisfied mo si commander. Be thoroughly and carefully planned. Okay, that's very important. Actually, plan is very crucial. Hindi po magkakaroon ng magandang result ang mga ginagawa mo kung hindi mo po ito plinano ng mabuti. Number 6 requires constant security measures. Security is achieved by measures which intelligence takes to protect and preserve the integrity of its organization, personnel, method sources, information, and the results of its activities. So, syempre, you need to protect your organization. Military principles which are also applicable for police intelligence activity. Number 1, syempre, principle of objectivity. Intelligence must be based on the decision maker own plans and intention as much as on consideration of the intelligence target itself. Okay? Principle of interdependence, okay? Being independent to or being dependent to other agency. So, ibig sabihin, intelligence is artificially subdivided into component element to ensure complete coverage, eliminate duplication, and to reduce the overall task coverage or manageable size. Nevertheless, each subdivision remains as essential part of a unity, contribute proportionally to the end results, possess a precise interrelationship, and interacts with each other so as to achieve a balanced and harmonious whole. We have also principle of continuity. Intelligence coverage must be continuous so that the shape of what happened today could be studied in the light of what happened before. So which turn would enable to predict the shape of things to come. We have also principles of communication. It's very important. Okay, intelligence adequate to their needs must be communicated to all the decision makers. So dapat tama po yung pakikipag-coordinate natin and communicate natin sa mga decision makers. Okay, in a manner that they will understand and in the form that they will permit its most effective use. And also, principle of selection. Principle of selection intelligence should be essential and pertinent to the purpose of hand. And lastly, we have the basic principle of counterintelligence operation. We have conformity to the mission. So, ibig sabihin, in accordance. Nasusunod kung ano yung mission. Avoidance of publicity. Okay, so syempre nga, di ba, it is confidential. So, dapat hindi po siya ma-publicize. Okay, objectivity, yun nga, confirmation or conformity. So, dapat in accordance sa plan, in accordance sa mga missions and policies. Okay, offense, flexibility, and also, most importantly, coordinations. Okay, so that that's the end of our discussion for chapter 5, the nature and history of police intelligence. So please be updated for more videos. So have a good day. Thank you.